Have you ever felt unsure about which Spanish word to use when translating the word was into that language? Then you came to the right place, because by the end of this video, you'll be a pro at choosing between the different options to translate the word was into Spanish. Hello everyone! My name is Mariana and I'm a YouTube ambassador with Spanish 55. Today, we're going to check the differences between era, fue, estaba, and estuvo. Let's get started. Expressing past actions or states in Spanish requires an understanding of the verb conjugations. Let's start by talking about the verbs ser and estar in Spanish. In English, we only have one verb to express existence, to be. But in Spanish, we have two verbs to serve that purpose, ser and estar. So the verb conjugations that we're going to check today correspond to either one of those two verbs in Spanish. The verb ser is mainly used to express permanent or inherent qualities, characteristics, or states. This includes identity, origin, nationality, or any other characteristic that defines a person or thing. Now, on the other hand, we use the verb estar to express temporary locations, states, or conditions. This includes emotions, physical states, temporary locations, or ongoing actions. So, after that being said, let's start by checking the past tense conjugations for the verb ser in Spanish, which are era and fue. Era is the imperfect past tense conjugation for the verb ser in the indicative mood. As I mentioned in a previous video, the imperfect past tense is mainly used to talk about past actions that don't have a specific endpoint. So, if you haven't watched that video, you can go to our YouTube channel and learn more about that past tense in Spanish. So, if you want to talk about a past action or ongoing action that occurred in the past, but that doesn't have a specific endpoint, then you can use the verb era. Let's check some examples. 1. Él era inteligente. He was intelligent. So, in this example, we're basically talking about a person who used to be smart in the past. Maybe that person is not that smart anymore, or maybe that person passed away, or we could even be thinking about someone that we remember as a smart person, but with whom we don't have any more contact. 2. El coche era rojo. The car was red. So, in this example, we're talking about an inherent quality of a car, mentioning that it was red. Now, let's talk about the verb fue. Fue is a preterite conjugation of the verb ser, and it's mainly used to talk about actions that occurred and have a specific endpoint. Or, in other words, actions that have a definite beginning and end. So, now let's check some examples. Ella fue la ganadora del concurso. She was the winner of the contest. We're talking about a completed action that occurred in the past. Now, let's move on to the conjugations of the verb estar in the past. Estaba is the imperfect past tense of the verb estar, and we can use it whenever we want to talk about a situation that occurred and was not permanent. For example, él estaba cansado. He was tired. So in here, we're talking about a temporary state. Maybe the person was really tired on Friday, and by Monday, that person was not tired anymore. Let me give you another example. Nosotros estábamos en la playa. We were at the beach. So in here, we're talking about the fact that we were at the beach, like yesterday, but today we're not at the beach anymore. Now, let's talk about the verb estuvo. This is the preterite conjugation for the verb estar. This verb conjugation is mainly used when we want to describe actions that occurred in the past and have a specific endpoint. So let's check some examples. La comida estuvo deliciosa. The food was delicious. So in here, we're talking about a specific meal and the quality of that meal that we had in the past. Ella estuvo en el parque ayer. She was at the park yesterday. So in here, we're talking about someone being at a specific place at a specific point in time. So now, I'm going to give you some more examples so that you can check them out. Mi abuela era muy chistosa. My grandma was really funny. Mi maestro de inglés era muy bueno. My English teacher was really good. Ese pan era mi favorito. That bread was my favorite. Ana Victoria fue mi mejor amiga durante muchos años. Ana Victoria was my best friend for many years. Fui mesera por unos meses. I was a waitress for some months. Hace rato estaba aprendiendo unas canciones nuevas. A while ago, I was learning some new songs. Estuve trabajando en ese lugar por 2 años. I was working at that place for 2 years. Estuvimos bailando toda la noche. We were dancing all night. Learning to distinguish between era, fue, estaba, and estuvo may seem overwhelming at first, but after you get the differences between ser and estar in Spanish, you may realize that it wasn't as hard as it looked. I remember that some of my former students used to really struggle with those verbs, and they were really confused. But at the end of the day, it became like a second nature to them, and they were able to use them correctly. So don't give up. Just keep on practicing, and you'll see that in a couple months, or even less, you're going to be able to use these 2 tricky Spanish verbs. What are the main challenges that you faced in your Spanish learning journey? Let us know in the comment section below. Challenge yourself with the following quiz to test your understanding of the verb was in Spanish. Don't forget to leave your answers in the comment section below. Complete the sentences. 1. María, la mejor amiga de mi novio. 2. Ir al concierto de Kiss, una de las mejores experiencias de mi vida. 3. Trabajando cuando me marcaron del banco. Yo, buscando trabajo durante muchísimo tiempo. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. In our channel, you're going to find a lot of videos that are super useful if your goal is to become fluent in Spanish. So if your goal is to become fluent in Spanish, don't hesitate and reach out. Here at Spanish 55, we have a lot of teachers who are certified, and also, if that wasn't enough, they're native speakers. So you're going to get the best quality in education. Also, you can learn at your own pace at the comfort of your own home. So don't hesitate, reach out, and if your goal is to become fluent, then you can contact us and we'll be more than happy to help you achieve that goal.
Sí se puede.
So let's have a quick recap about all of the things that we talked about today. Remember that in Spanish, we have 2 forms of the verb to be, which are ser and estar. And basically, if you want to talk about something that's permanent, you're going to use the verb ser. And if you're going to use the verb estar, it's because you want to talk about something that's temporary, such as an emotion, a temporary location, or a temporary state. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that I can see you guys soon. Remember that becoming fluent in a language requires a lot of practice, so don't give up. You got this. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys soon. Bye.